going to stay. It's just whether he handles the ground or not.
Time then for the final Group 1 of Longines Irish Champions Weekend. It is the Cover Group International Irish St Ledger. Jerry Hannon describing the action.
The white flag is raised. Eleven runners lined up for the final classic. And they're off over 1 3/4 miles in the Comer Group International Irish St Ledger. Up for the lead, Camara and Jason the Militant, followed by Search for a Song and Kyprios ridden up in between horses, followed by an improving Manawat Corday. As they race the end of almost the first 2 furlongs. Hamish next with Ross Carberry, Princess Zoe the Grey, and then Raise You towards the inside of the sponsor Seattle Creek, and Shanrow the back marker. Jason the Militant leads by under a length to Kyprios, disputing second place with Manawat Corday. In fourth place is Search for a Song, dual winner of 2019 and 2020. On the inside, Camara with in between horses the cross-channel runner Hamish. Ross Carberry next with Raise You. Princess Zoe the Grey on the outside of Seattle Creek with the back marker Shanrow right across in the stands, continuing on towards the final 10 furlongs. And it's Jason the Militant with a small advantage over Manawat Corday, tracked a length and a half back by Kyprios, who's chasing down a hat-trick of top flight successes in the staying division. And they're followed by Search for a Song and Camara racing together, along with Hamish. Ross Carberry next with Princess Zoe and Raise You with the final couple. Shanrow relegating Seattle Creek to be the back markers. They continue their progress soon at the halfway stage. Jason the Militant by neck to Manawat Corday, a length and a half back to Kyprios, then Search for a Song, the striped cap on the outside of Camara, being followed on rising ground by Hamish, and then Ross Carberry. Raise You next on the inside, the trial winner here and something of a course specialist, and then Princess Zoe, Shanrow and Seattle Creek. Continuing to show the St Ledger field along is Jason the Militant and Ronan wheeling by half a length to the nose band and Manawat Corday. Close up in third place is Kyprios and then Search for a Song. Camara next on the inside. Edging that little bit closer, the grey Princess Zoe, with Hamish and Ross Carberry coming next ahead of Raise You, Shanrow and Seattle Creek, the back marker. About to make the descent for the approach to the straight, just over half a mile to go. Jason the Militant with looming on the outside, Kyprios, then Manawat Corday, Camara. Search for a Song right in behind the leaders with Hamish. Princess Zoe now being wound up ahead of Ross Carberry and Raise You just in behind them. Being followed with 3 furlongs to go by Shanrow and Seattle Creek. They straighten with 2.5 furlongs to go. Kyprios comes to pick it up from Jason the Militant. Hamish is making good ground in the centre. Search for a Song on the outside of Ross Carberry, then Raise You. Skipping a couple of lengths clear of the field is Kyprios from Hamish as they race to the final furlong. A bit of a break then, a Search for a Song and Ross Carberry, but in the lead is Kyprios from Hamish. There's a length and a half between them as they run up towards the final 100 yards. Kyprios, Aidan O'Brien's all-conquering stare keeps his place on the top step of the Irish St Ledger, ridden by Ryan Moore. Hamish went down fighting, well clear of Search for a Song. Ross Carberry, Raise You next.
He just always seems to do enough, doesn't he? Kyprios lands the Comer Group International Irish St Ledger, adding to his wins in the Gold Cup at Ascot and the Goodwood Cup. The 11-8 on favourite under Ryan Moore for Aidan O'Brien sees off the determined effort of Hamish, who's run a blinder in second and finished a long way clear of the remainder. But Ruby, as we've become accustomed to seeing, this is a very hard horse to get past when he hits the front.
Oh, he is, Gary, but look, we speak so often about the start to races, and whilst they're never one at the start, they can be lost. And Ryan Moore, when the stalls broke, he bustled Kyprios for the best part of a furlong to get him into a position that enabled him to be where he was down the hill. It got him into a position where he was able to attack from early in the straight. He set about Kyprios and he's had to dig in, and he's grounded out of him. As Ross Carberry's run well, so a Search for a Song. Raise You back in 5th, Princess Zoe back in 6th, but he turned it into a test of stamina. But it was great tactical riding. Watch him here again from the start. When the stall's open, you can see Ryan, he just pushes this horse. He's drawn in the middle there, red cap. When the stall's open, Out he comes, he breaks sharply, he's first horse out, but watch Ryan Moore's body, he stays low in the saddle as he winds him up to get him to go. He wants to get him on the front end of the field. He doesn't want the horses outside of him swamping forward and he getting behind him and he crowded in behind too many horses. Look at him, he's riding a finish on him out of the stall. Search for a Song Blitz